We are primarily a residential painting company, but within 5 minutes of visiting the site, I fell in love with this building, fell in love with the history, the story, the character, and I knew it had to be our project. I'm Tyler Irish, and my company is Northridge Painting. Today we're in downtown Poughkeepsie, only about half a mile from the historic Hudson River waterfront, and we are in one of the more historic buildings. This is an old Masonic lodge, probably 150 years old, and we're in the process of turning it into a record store and live music venue. The venue's beautiful, a historic theater, and we're using Symphony Blue by Benjamin Moore. Symphony Blue, the word symphony's in it, it's musical, but it's a deep, rich, royal blue. It works well in the space. It really accents a lot of the trim pieces, the detail in this room. It makes it vibey, it gives it character, it brings it back to life. When you enter rooms like this, the biggest challenge is always scale. It's how can I get this room done in a quality manner, but also keep it efficient. So you're really thinking about the prep work. We've taken this drywall, repaired it, and we're putting on some final coats of joint compound. There's a lot of character in the walls. We're trying to almost match that character. So we're gonna sand these walls smooth, but we're not gonna make it a level 5 finish. This space is gonna have a lot of foot traffic, a lot of wear and tear. So we went with Regal Select by Benjamin Moore because of its scuff resistance and because of its ease of touch-up. When these walls eventually do get burnished or damaged, the venue owner can touch it up easily. The other room that really excites me in this building is the Masonic Lodge. The old tin ceilings, you don't see a lot of that. When you look at these turn-of-the-century structures, they're ornate, they've got elaborate trim elements, and we went with some bright, vibrant, bold colors in that room to really make it a statement piece. The energizing lime color that you see on the walls is Regal Select by Benjamin Moore. Buildings that have been around this long, they've got old plaster that's been hand-troweled, a lot of texture on the walls, a lot of character, and we went with a matte sheen because it showcases that character without highlighting the imperfections. When you're working with a color like that, you need to be cautious because you want it to be meaningful, you want it to be impactful, you want it to be loud, but you want it to have purpose behind it. And how they work with other colors in the room. We've got black and white that's on the trim, we've got brass on the ceilings. There are a lot of colors, so you want it to create a harmony in that room, you don't want it to steal the show. To carry the theme throughout the rest of this building, we're taking that same green and we're putting it on the walls all the way down the staircase into the entry foyer so that when people enter this building, they're wowed with that same aggressive lime green. Regal Select is easy to apply. It's got a wide margin for error. It goes on smooth, it levels well. The sheen dries nice and uniform, and it's durable. Durability is a big thing in a commercial space like this. There's a lot of foot traffic, a lot of wear and tear, and we want this paint to hold up against that. 90% of our work is new construction, but it's always a privilege to work on a space like this. They're inspiring, they're beautiful, there's a lot of traditional craftsmanship. It's great to have your hand in that history, a part of that legacy of a building.